It is a couple of minutes, in fact just under the 3-minute mark, do we get underway with the first competition of the day here. It is a two-phase competition under the FEI rule 27453, which means both phases are against the clock. In terms of phases, first phase time allowed is 57 seconds, and of course if you're within that and clear, you will proceed to the second phase where the time allowed is 48 seconds. 61, that's the number of competitors declared on the drawn order, and it is set now 2 minutes and we will get underway.
One in the ring walking round and one at the gate. And very religiously, good morning to you all. That's the pleasant bit, the other comes later. Right, Lee, you will be first, Claire second, so we want Lee is going in the ring now. Claire, we need you up there, and Robert Bellis at the gate. And then it's Colin 1, Abby 2, Drew 3, Jeff 4, Anthony 5, Paul 6, Jonathan 7, and Fraser 8.
It is the host nation that gets us underway with the international jumping here at Southview. It is two phases, the time allowance 57 and 48. It is the first to go, it is Lee Williams and Balaloo for Great Britain, number 1. Yes, it is a clear that gets us underway. 31.27 for Lee Williams and Ballaloo, the first of 61 combinations, and now it is Claire Shepherd, Claire for Great Britain with El Diablo Grande, number 2.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Scott. Nice to see you, pal. I know.
Yes, up and over all the fences there, 31.70. It is the steadiest clear on track so far in the first international competition here at Southview. So 29.43 is an early time to beat, of course, in the second phase, and it is the next of the British riders with Corinne Collins and Dolores P. Yes, a good try from Corinne Collins. It's second place, 30.05 is the time for her own Dolores P. Fabiola Ferri, the fifth, and Abby Bevan is the fifth combination in jumping here in our first international class at Southview. Early leader, as I say, is Claire Shepherd in 29.43. Just tips the last one down, shakes her head, 35.30, and it is 4 faults there for Abby Bevan. So it's up to the young man from Liverpool now with his own Bachelor K. Had a good campaign internationally this year. It is Drew Coogan and Bachelor K. Final fence in phase number 1, 52.26 is the time for Drew Coogan and Bachelor K. Jeffrey's next this morning, and a new horse set for him. It is Norbert Jeff Billington next to go. Yes, Jeff will be happy with that. 42.36. It is clear. It is the steadiest clear there for Jeff and Norbit. So next up, it's first of the Irish representatives here at Southview, SFS Ola, and Anthony Condon is next. .98, 12 jumping faults and 2 time faults for Anthony Condon and SFS Arla. Paul is next, Paul Barker and Sandor's Legacy for the 9th combination to go here in the first class. Yes, it is the second part of that double down, 51.11 there for Paul Barker and Sandor's Legacy. Well, now next it is the ride of Jonathan Buxton. Jonathan on board. Strides high hill and stern for Jonathan Buxton, 10th to go. It is a clear 42.27 is 5th place there for Strides Hill and a Stone and Jonathan Buxton. So far in the competition, 10 combinations of jumps still a way to go, with the best time is Claire Shepherd and El Diablo Grande leading in 29.43. Young man from Scotland now, and one of his first senior international competitions, it is Amadora JX and Fraser Reid. Well, it is 8 jumping and it is 2 for time, 61.94 there for the young man Fraser Reid and Amadora JX, total of 10. And it is the total of 6 clears, 6 out of 12, 29.43 is the fastest. And now Gemma Coburn with cruise control, the third. Yes, the second fence down in 53.12 for Gemma Coburn and cruise control, the third. On now to Samantha Cohen for the USA and Billy Olive by the great Billy Congo with Samantha Cohen. And it is that final fence that comes down for Samantha Goen and Billy Olive. 30.04, and it is the fastest 4 in the second phase, so far it's 7th place. Will Fletcher now, the young rider with Glory Rose set for Great Britain as the 14th combination to come forward, and that leading time still 29.43. Final fence again, 29.92, not such a bad time for Will Fletcher and Glory Rose, who takes over the fastest as the 4s in the second phase. Jonathan Dixon now with a horse for him, Gantico. Jonathan Dixon, Great Britain. Yes, and the last one stays up, 29.29, new leader there for Jonathan Dixon and Gantico here at the Charles Stanley British Masters. So, on to Charlotte now, and Socialite, Charlotte Geddes, next up.
Right. Taylor to the gate, please. Jamie 1.
Second fence down, also number 7 is 8 volts, and the time 49.42. 1:04.6 there for Shauna Geddes and Socialite in the first phase. Jonathan Dixon, Claire Shepherd, Corinne Collins, that's the 1, 2, 3 in this opening CSI 2-star class of the Charles Stanley British Masters. Next rider, it is Charlotte Flack, Charlotte and Ashdale Seneca. Charlotte Flack and Ashdale Seneca, 30.66 it is into fourth place. Call please for Nina to the jury box. Thank you. Next up, it's Taylor Alexander riding for the Team USA with Mira the fourth. This is the 18th to go, leading time 29.29. Call please for Nina Warburton to the jury box. Yes, 29.47, good try. Third place, Taylor Alexander Mira, the fourth for the USA, sitting in third, but Jonathan Dixon out in front, 29.29, that's what leads. And back to the British now. Just give us one moment, Jamie, just one moment. Jamie Cornell next, and Clint Adele. Yes, fence number 12 down in 42.05 for Jamie Gornell there and Clint Diddell. Next up is young rider Bobby Heath at 20th combination to jump here in the first CSI class, led by Jonathan Dixon in 29.29. Floretta, Bobby Heath, Great Britain. Well, that second refusal from young Bobby Heath does result in elimination. Jonathan Dixon, Claire Shepherd, Taylor Alexander, Corinne Collins, Shauna Flack and Lee Williams. That's the top 6 so far. Another 9 or so to go, and then there will be a break for arena maintenance. Patrick Hickey, young man from Ireland with Quandorina. Well, that very first fence, Patrick from Ireland, 47.19, that was down, so it is 4 there. And next up, it's another of the British, Richard Jones, Richard and Zoe H. Fence number 7 comes down there for Richard Jones in 50.46, and that is full, folks. Another young British rider now with Little Business by It's the Business for Oliver Fletcher, Great Britain. Yes, he gets away with it. Really good round from the young Rada. 30.46. It is into 5th place there for Little Business and Oliver Fletcher. Madeline Allen now and Hi Dude. Irish Rada next to come forward with still another 38 to go from this point of the competition, led by Jonathan Dixon in 29.29. Again, that final fence, 35.35 for the Irish rider, Madeline Allen. And Hi Dude, Samantha McCurry next, and Cupido, 29.29. Jonathan Dixon leading the way. Claire Shepherd in second. Taylor Alexander sits third. Yes, that is unfortunately the end of the competition there for Samantha McCurry and Cupido. It is elimination for Samantha. 29.29, because that's the target for the next of the Irish in our opening CSI class here at Southview. It is Fodens and Chris McGahey, Ireland. Well, he leaves the fences up in 45.04 there for Chris McGahey. It is into 11th place for Florence, the steadiest of the now 11 clears. Annalise Aiken, Zolan next, British Rada, with after this 4 to go before the break. And the final fence makes it a total of 8 penalties in the second phase in 40.94 there for Annalise Aiken and Zolan. Leaderboard remains unchanged. Jonathan Clare, Taylor Alexander 3rd, Corey Collins in 4th, Oliver Fletcher 5th, and Charlotte Flack sits 6th, and that time to beat 29.29. That's the target for James Littler and his own Zara Future. Fence number 7 as he come around the corner, clips off the cups there for James in 51.02. 4 for James, 3 to go before a quick break for collector ring maintenance. It is Christy Pritchard now, Christy with Wobbs the V. Is clear round number 12, 31.36. It is into the top 8 for Christy Pritchard and Wobbs to be with the 12th clear. 2 before a quick break, it is APG Everlasting Love and the British rider Robert Maguire. Fence down for Rob Maguire, APG Everlasting Love, 53.66 the time in the first phase. Now the Ukrainian rider Alona Solovyova and the OH representing their home nation of Ukraine. Alona Solovyova, the last before a quick. Everything okay, Alona? Yeah, good to see you on your feet. We'll see you back here for another competition, but unfortunately it is the elimination there for Alona Solovia and OH. A top 8 with 12 clears, led by Jonathan Dixon, 29.29, very good time of his. Claire Shepard in second, Taylor Alexander in third place, and Corey Collins fourth, Oliver Fletcher fifth, and Shauna Black with Ashdale Seneca hangs on to sixth place so far. 31 have jumped, 30 left to go in the opening CSI. Well, here we go with the final 30 combinations in the first of the CSI classes here at the Charles Stanley British Masters. It is Rebecca Marsh to get us back underway. That time to beat we remember as 29:29. Rebecca Marsh, I've got the key.
Okay, Rebecca is now jumping. Paul, Nick, please.
Well, that final fence, not the first time that's happened here today. Rebecca Marsh in 34-13 has the final fence down, and I've got the key, leaves us on 4. Another of the Irish artists here at South U now, it is Paul Kennedy. Paul on board Alvatore. Well, Paul Kennedy trying for the time today, and he does it, 28.82. And Ireland, Paul Kennedy goes into the lead by almost a second there with Alvatore. 28.82, the new target. And the next, the man from Great Britain, Nick Benjamin, and Adonis. It is 2 fences down for Nick Benjamin in 51.18. Up to Merseyside now. Joe McGlory is next with her own Vitro. Joe McGlory, Great Britain.
Annabelle 7 and Angel 8. Laura is a gate.
Joe's trying for it today, 29.97. It is 5th place so far there for Vitro. Joe McGlory, not a lot of time separating the top 6 riders with 28.82 now leading the way. 14 clears out of 35 combinations. It is Aurori DBF next and Helen Ravenscroft. Second part of the double down there is 49.66 for Aurora DBF and Helen Ravenscroft. It is 4. Well, it's Laura Rennick now. Laura and a new horse set for her, Lothian de Blondel for Laura Rennick. Target time 28.82. Laura Rennick, Great Britain. Really good time, 28.73. New leader Laura Rennick and Lothian de Blondel. So Ireland's Paul Kennedy drops into second place, 28.73. Still top of the table. So it is the British. We stay with those. It's a young rider with Escudo, Robert Murphy, Great Britain. Yes, it is a second refusal there at the second fence for Robert Murphy, and Escudo is eliminated from the competition. Just over the 20 mark left to go here in this two-phase opening CSI class led by Laura Rennick. And it is set to rider from France based in Hickstead, Paul Alphonse, Julien Fouilleroy and Kit Kat. Well, it is two fences down, 8 points pour Julien Fouilleroy, 52.15 for Kit Kat. Keith, who had a great bowls with this, his own Coriander van Venegaf. Keith Shore, Great Britain. Very good, very good. 28-21, Keith Shore, Coriander van Verhoef. It is a new leader, so Laura Rennick, the speed merchant, into second, and now Paul Kennedy sits in third. 28-21 the target. And another speed merchant, it is Matt Sampson. Matt, as we know, had a wonderful Hickstead with this one now, Billy Tortilla. Oh, Matt Sampson, second fence down there, Billy Tortilla, but we'll see him in the later competitions here today at Southview. It's 4. And back to Ireland now, best of the Irish, sitting in third place, Richard Howley in the HK
Right, Annabelle to the gate, Angel 1, David 2, James 3, Beth 4, Tim 5, Morgan 6, James 7, Joe Griffith 8,
Is it going to be quick enough? No, it's not. 29.80. It's seventh place there for Richard Howley with the leading time 28-21. Just over a second and a half separates the top 8 in this competition. So it's all to play for with Keyshaw leading 28-21. Louise Saywell now, Lady Lou.
David 1,
46.21 with the fence down there for Louise Saywell. Next to Annabelle Shields and Ruben VHS, the next to go. Well, the top 8 in this competition, Keith Shore leads, Laura Rennick in 2nd, Paul Kennedy in 3rd, Jonathan Dixon 4th, Claire Shepherd 5th, Taylor Alexander in 6th, Richard Howley 7th, Joe McGlory in 8th. Keith Shore leads 28-1. Well, finishes with a fence down in 40.47 there for Annabelle Shields and Ruben VHS. Top 8, Keith Shore leads, Laura Reddick in 2nd place, Paul Kennedy in 3rd, Jonathan Dixon in 4th, Claire Shepherd in 5th, Taylor Alexander 6th, Richard Howley 7th, and Joe McGlory in 8th place. Underway now, it's Angel Tough, Angel and Columbus. Yes, it is a clear round, 43.09 there for Angel Tough and Columbus. 15 left to go in this competition, top 8 for presentation of awards, and the next round we head back to Ireland now. Best of those in 3rd place, this David Simpson, Dr. Proctor. Well, it is a refusal. The last one down, and 3-time penalties is 50, 61, and 11 in all there for David Simpson. Best clear is Keith Shaw's with Laurie Rennick just behind him with half a second behind. Then Paul Kennedy third, Jonathan Nixon fourth, Claire Shepherd fifth, and Taylor Alexander representing Team USA in sixth place. It is set to James Smith now and Quattro 27. The final fence, I look at the time, 27.94 is very good on the time, but that final fence, of course, makes all the difference there for James Smith. So he'll have to try again later today in the 2 stock classes here at the Charles Stanley Wealth Managers International Show. Next to Beth Vernon, Beth representing the host nation of Great Britain with Phoenix. Fence number 7 is down there for Beth Vernon, so it's 4 faults for Phoenix. Fence 7 on the course today, playing a little bit of influence to the scores of the riders as we move to the next one. On board, Don Diego de Plata. It is Tim Stockdale, Great Britain.
Joe 1, Bruno 2, Lucy 3, Emily 4, Mark 5, Peter 6, Julie 7, and Lance Whitehouse 8.
Yes, clear over the fences there for Tim Stockdale, 43.35, ranked 18th in terms of that classification, with now 19 clears and 12 left to go. Leaderboard still, it's Keith Shore, then Laura Rennick, then Paul Kennedy, Jonathan Dixon, Claire Shepherd, Taylor Alexander, Richard Howley, the Irishman, and Joe McGlory. But it is the team at the HK horses now with Kindrada DBS and Morgan Kent, Great Britain. Yes, a steady double clear there for Ireland Shane Breen and Kanya McCann, 43.30. Staying with British riders, it's Chile ridden today by Joe Trickett. Joe based in Shrewsbury, just back from campaign in Switzerland. Joe Trickett, Great Britain. Yes, it is that second pot of the double down with fence down for Joe Trickett and Chile in 49.61. 28.21, that's the leading time. Rather from Brazil now, it's with Darko van Gepnierveld, Bruno Vidal Camps Freire, Brazil.
And Emily to the gate. Mark 1, Peter 2, Julie 3, round 4, Chloe 5, and Jamie 6 and last.
I was walking down the street.
Yes, it is a fence down there. 4 punts para Bruno Vidal Camps Freire and Darko van Gepnierveld. 4 faults, and on we go to Lindsay Tuff. Lindsay representing Great Britain with Alosia. Fence down in the second phase, 41.49 for Lindsay Tuff and Alosia. Final 7 riders to go here in this, the Charles Stanley British Masters opening competition. And it is Emily Ward, Emily with Lexi the Third, Great Britain. Yep, up and over the fences there for Emily Ward in 33.64, classified in the top 15 so far for Lexi the third. Total of 21 clears in this competition recorded to date, and it is the final 6 with Mark Turnbull in the arena now. Good to see Mark here, great producer of horses as well, and this Ashton Dakota, Mark Turnbull, Great Britain.
Laura Paul, Jonathan Clare, Taylor, Rich, and Joe. The top 8 at the moment.
Yes, that is 12 volts, 52.7812 there for Mark Turnbull and Ashton Dakota. Keith Shaw, Coriander van Vennehoff, the man from Cheshire who leads 28-21. Can he be beaten by the final 5? Ireland, USA, Great Britain yet to come forward. And it is the final of the Irish Riders with Elvis van der Vrunte is Peter Maloney, Ireland.
Lines to the gate. Top 8 for awards.
Well, Julie Wells from the USA has a fence down in the first phase at Constancy 57. 3 left to go. It's Lance, Chloe, Jamie, and with Bazento, the third from last, Lance Wildhouse, Great Britain. Yes, Lance Whitehouse produces a double clear, 32.86 for Bazento. Penultimate combination in the opening CSI class is Dolanta and Chloe Winchester. Really good round from Chloe Winchester, 27.56 it is, good enough, who put Keith Shaw into second place, and Delanda Chloe Winchester now tops the order with Keith in second, Laura third, 27.56. Target time for the final combination with Ashdale Luxon, Jamie Wingrove, last to go. Yes, it is a fence down for Jamie Wingrove and Arsteel Luxon. It is 4 faults. So it is a confirmed result for the opening CSI competition here at the Charles Stanley British Masters. The win, Chloe Winchester and Delanda, 27.56. A great time for Chloe and a great way to finish, just ahead of Keishore, who finishes in 2nd place. Then Laura Rennick, well, she takes 3rd spot with Ireland's Paul Kennedy, 4th, Jonathan Dixon 5th, Claire Shepherd 6th, Taylor Alexander in 7th, Richard Halley in 8th. Presentation next.
Right, Chloe, Laura, Paul, Jonathan, Taylor, Richard, Lee, awards, get mounted.
Time for the presentation, and we welcome in the winner of the opening CSI competition here at the Charles Stanley Wealth Managers International Horse Show. Leading them in today is Chloe Winchester and Delanda.
Find it on my
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can ask you a favour, please, to be upstanding for the national anthem here today of the winning competition. Today it is set for Great Britain. Well done to Chloe Winchester, winner of the opening CSI class here at the Charles Stanley International Horse Show. Well deserved, and a brilliant round from her to nip the lead of Keishore. Well done, Chloe Winchester, Delanda. Fifth place, Jonathan Dixon, Gantico, Claire Shepherd, El Diablo Grande, well they take 6. Taylor Alexander from the USA rounds off in 7, with Richard Halley, Electropy taking 8 spots. Well, thank you to Charles and Linda for making the awards presentation here today, but we do say congratulations to the winner, Victory Lap of Honour. It is for Chloe Winchester and Delanda. Well done, Chloe Winchester, winner of this opening competition. Now we set the scene for competition number 2. Competition with the jump off, the 110 next.